Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Top of the Chops. We are going to bring you the top 5 Tudor executions of our time. All the gory bits you want to see, you will see. There'll be beheadings, there'll be hangings, drawings and quarterings, there'll be burnings at the stakes. All of the grisly bits and all of the gristle will... Why have you stopped?
Top of the Chops, yeah?
Yes?
I assume you're making a reference to that show, Top of the Pops,
I am, and it's a very clever play on words, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just one small problem, really, isn't there? You, little girlie, do you know what a Top of the Pops is? See? No one knows what we're on about! We need to rethink, we need to update, we need to make it edgy, you know, modern.
Edgy and modern, you say?
Yeah.
What about this then? What about this? Loft idol. You know, because of the old...
If you can't explain it, then no.
I'm then smarter pants. What have you got?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Sit on that one for weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top of the Chops has been cancelled. Instead, we bring for your delight and entertainment, your exhilaration and titillation, the one, the only, the X Factor! Thousands upon thousands have auditioned. We're down to just 5 finalists. Who will be the X Factor champion? Who will take the #1 slot? I am almost certain that the words are almost on the lips of some people will soon be answered. So, it's time to face the executioner.
Hello, everyone! My name is Jack Ketch, and I shall be your executioner today. Rest assured, my axe is sharpened and ready to bring justice to our final victims as they mount the scaffold to face their potatoey doom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Jack Ketch. Lovely. It's the last time you'll be doing that because it's entirely historically inaccurate. Now, a public execution was more like a modern-day football match. Loud, boisterous, and everyone having a really good day out.
Unless they were being executed, obviously.
Obviously, Mr. Ketch, thanks for pointing out the obvious. Now then, let's take this football analogy just a little bit further. Let's imagine, for example, that Mr. Ketch is the referee. And what do you do to the referee? Exactly. Feel free to boo, cheer, and generally abuse the executioner at any time. And if he gets things really wrong, he'll be torn to pieces.
Of course, back in the day, that meant literally. Many an executioner met their fate at the hands and feet of an angry mob after bungling an execution.
Is that true?
It is. It happened to me mate Dave last week.
Right.
They ripped his leg off and beat him to death with it.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I am sorry for your
It took
friend,
like
Dave.
25 minutes.
Really? Now then, we're going to bring you executions from the Tudor period, otherwise known as the really over 25s category. This year they were mentored by Louis.
You're young, you're blonde, you're through.
I meant Louis the 16th.
Oh, sorry. You are young, your trousers are fabulous, you are through.
Indeed. Now, there were so many executions in the Tudor time, we're not sure exactly how many there were, but we do know about Henry VIII. He ruled for 56 years, and in that time he had a huge number of people put to death. Anyone like to guess how many it was? 6 million? That's the population of the world, I think. Not quite, young man.
50,000.
50,000, you're very close. One more. 1,000. It's actually 72. 72,000 people were executed by King Henry VIII. This equates to about 5 a day.
Which explains why Henry VIII was such a big lad at the end of his reign. Because he completely misunderstood the concept of 5 a day.
I think you are right, Mr. Ketch. But, in honour of Henry's 5 a day, our Tudor victims are represented by these beautiful potatoes.
And afterwards we can all have a lovely crunchy salad.
Indeed we can. Shall we talk about execution?
Yeah, all right.
Now, throughout our grim and grisly past, the most common form of execution has been hanging. After all, a bit of rope around the neck, flung from a tree or a wall, is cheap and it's easy. The first record we have of hanging comes from 3000 BC. That's in the era of the Persian Empire.
Now, did you know that William the Conqueror didn't approve of hanging?
Oh?
He thought it was too merciful. He only used used it during times of war when there were lots of enemies to dispatch quickly. Ordinarily, during the reign of William the Conqueror, if you'd been naughty, you'd have your eyes put out with hot pokers and you'd be castrated. You wouldn't do it again, would you? It's what's known as a bow. That stands for they're sawing my bits off.
Boo the executioner, being a horrible man. Boo. They like you.
They don't know you.
Well, as I started talking about hanging, perhaps we could finish off the story.
Yes, there are actually 4 different types of hanging. You've got short drop, standard drop, long drop, and suspension hanging. But as a Tudor executioner, my area of expertise lies in the short drop method. This is the method of hanging that was used in this country right up to the